Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Prince Automation Destination. Today we are going to talk about very interesting topic, that is how to execute our test cases against a specific browser version. So by default, when we execute our test cases, we execute it against the browser installed in our system. But sometimes there is a need to execute our test cases against a specific browser version. So this is what we'll be covering today. We will first cover that how regular execution works, and then how we can execute our test cases against a specific browser version. Okay, so without further delay, let me jump onto the code side. So I have created one Maven project wherein I'm having pom.xml, and I'm using the latest dependency of Selenium Java, which is having this particular capability to execute test cases against specific browser starting from 4.11, but I'm using the latest version, that is 4.17. Right now, let me create object of Chrome driver. So this is how we create object of Chrome driver. Then after, what we do, we simply assign it to WebDriver instance, WebDriver driver. So WebDriver, this is the driver is a reference variable, and then after, what we are going to do, driver dot get, and I'm going to use some sample application. So let me pick this particular application. So I'm going to provide URL of this. Now if you take a look which browser is installed in my system the browser installed is 123, right? So when I'll execute this particular test case, it will execute against 123. Before that, you would be noticing that I haven't written system.setProperty to set the driver exe path. Also, I haven't used WebDriver manager as well, right? Why? Because I'm using Selenium 4, and in Selenium 4 there is no need to write those particular statement, because Selenium manager in Selenium 4 takes care of this. In case you are not aware on it, I'll be sharing the link of same. You can get some good understanding around that, right? How this driver download and setup take place, right? Now let me run this particular program. So you will see that execution started, the browser got launched, and now let me show you which browser is it. So if I go to help and about Google Chrome, I will see that execution took place against 123, right? Now the question is, if there is a need to execute the test cases against 122 or 121, that is lower version of Chrome browser, how to achieve it? So for that purpose, what we need to do, we need to create object of Chrome options. So I'll create object of Chrome options class, right? Once the object is created, so I can define some reference variable. So I'm going to define reference variable of Chrome options. So this is how we create object, and this is how we do the assignment, right? Once this is done, so the next step is I'm going to use one particular method, that is set browser version, right? So this set browser version, I'm going to, let us say, provide 122, right? And this particular browser is not installed in my system, because this is something introduced by Chrome community, dedicated to testing community, I mean, right? So they will be internally using Chrome for testing browser, which is introduced for the testing teams in order to execute the test cases against a specific browser. Now I have created the object of Chrome options, and then after I've added browser options, browser version, I mean, and now I need to pass it to this particular thing, right? In case you are not aware what is this Chrome for testing browser and all, I have already created one video around it, which I'll be sharing in the I icon. You can get some good understanding around the same to understand what is Chrome for testing, and since which version of Chrome browser it got introduced, you will get all those information in that video. Now I'm going to write one more statement, driver.quit, so that I will be able to quit it, right, after the execution. Now what will happen, internally it will download first of all 122 browser, that is Chrome for testing browser for 122. Also it will download 122 exe as well, and internally it will set the path of driver exe. Also it will set the path of browser binary as well. So this and all will be taken care by this particular line of code, right? Options dot set browser version. Okay, now I am going to execute it. So first time when you will execute against any specific browser, it will take some time. Now you will notice the execution took place against Chrome for testing version 122, right? So this is what I wanted to show you. This is how we can achieve the execution against Chrome for testing browser or against the specific browser version. So whenever there is a need, just give it a try and you will be able to solve your problem to execute your test cases against a specific browser version. But make sure you are using the latest version of Selenium. And same thing will be applicable for Firefox as well. In Firefox you will create Firefox options, and in Edge you will be creating Edge options, and likewise you will be adding the set browser version, and you will be able to execute the test cases against a specific browser version. So this is what I wanted to cover for today's session. Thank you for watching. I would request you to please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.